The local knowledge of the local 3 Storm Alert team.
There is nothing like the love of family, and there is no way these days to really define family anymore. I think that Liz Blasberry would certainly say that. She's here representing the Chambliss Center for Children, and they do so much to help kids in our area. People often think about you, Liz, with the child care that you offer. People don't always know the foster care part of Chambliss's heart, but it's a big one.
It is. It is. We've been serving, really our agency started as an orphanage 151 years ago. So we've been caring for children who were in custody of the state and needed care since the very beginning.
So you've kind of perfected the model.
Absolutely.
The model does not work, however, if you don't have families or individual people. A family can be one who are there to step up and help. So what y'all do, May is Foster Parent
Awareness Month.
Awareness Month. So in the month of May, you're beginning your classes basically to teach people how they can become a foster parent.
Absolutely. Right? Yes, we have classes starting May 28th. It's a Tuesday night. It's a virtual class. The first session is an information session, so folks can log on and find out more about fostering, get their questions answered, and see if it's right for them. And if they want to continue, those classes run every Tuesday night until July 2nd.
She and I were talking a little bit before we went on camera, and it's very fascinating to me the heart of a person who steps up to say, I want to do this. I've thought about it. I really have thought about it. But then I'm a mom in my own right, and I've always wondered, how do I balance my own daughter's needs with bringing in another child? Would it be fair to either party?
Right, absolutely.
You kind of know the children in your care, so you sort of know where to help place them too. Is that right?
Yeah, so we try really hard to make really good matches of children and families, and we know what we can know. Everything we know and find out about the child when they come into custody, we certainly pass that along, and we get to know our foster families and try to make a really good match between that child and the family. That's really important to us.
You do have a lot of existing parents who then want to become foster parents. So in this training that she's talking about, you were saying that a lot of parents have said, gosh, I wish I knew about this in raising my own kids. It's very practical, insightful knowledge.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's really understanding kind of how to parent in sometimes a different way than they're used to, but really understanding kind of taking into account where a child's come from and what approaches work best.
So the children who are in your care, is it infant through what, 18?
Yeah, so kids that come into custody of Department of Children's Services all the way from newborns up to the age of 18. The need really is with older children, so school-age children all the way up, or sibling groups of all ages.
And that's a heartbreaking one. So, I mean, I know sometimes a sibling group could be 3 or 4 children, which would be difficult. But even if you've got 2, to have to see them separated, I would think that that just kind of hijacks their care from the very beginning.
Absolutely. There's connection between siblings. If you've had a sibling, you understand how important that is. And it's really tough for a child to be removed from their home. So then to be separated from their sibling is heartbreaking.
What do you learn as the foster parent about the child's situation?
You know, any kind of health information that we know, they know the reason for the removal, why they were placed in custody. So really, I mean, everything that we find out, we pass along to the foster parent.
If the child is old enough to have a conversation and they want to talk about their mom, or they want to talk about an experience that was a good one or maybe a not so good one, is the foster parent allowed to talk that way with them?
Absolutely.
If the child initiates it?
Absolutely. So we encourage, it's not an off-limit subject. If children want to talk about their families, we encourage that. And that's something that is their life and part of their life and who they are. And we want to respect that.
Okay, so let's talk about the philosophy of the foster parent going into it, because it's not intended to be, I'm going to adopt you.
No.
It is intended to be, I'm going to help be a bridge for you.
Absolutely.
Is that right?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's intended to be a safe space to land while the family is working things out, is working to have stability in their own lives so they can take that child back. Or it could be waiting to locate another family member who would be appropriate to care for that child.
So is that also part of the training, is to teach families how to let go?
Absolutely. You know, we hear that a lot from families saying, but I'd get too attached. We actually made sweatshirts for our foster parents that said, get attached. Because that's the whole job, get attached, to love on these kids because they deserve it and they need it. And then, you know, we'll help with the process of moving on and helping, hopefully in a really positive way of helping that child transition on. And a lot of kids continue to have relationship with their foster parent after they've gone home.
So since the classes are virtual beginning May 28th, which is a Tuesday, do I have that right?
Yes.
They just have to email you to get a spot? There's not a cap on how many people can do it?
No, just email us, and that could be just to do the information session or to start the whole classes, or they can decide as they go.
And the email is?
fostercare@chamblisscenter.org.
151 years of helping our kids. Thank you, Liz.
Thank you so much.
Stanley Steamer is proud to be the leader in deep cleaning, cleaning over 1 million homes and businesses across America every year, using powerful equipment custom built by us. We'll remove the buildup of dirt, dust, allergens, grime, and contaminants seen and unseen from your home and business. America's professional deep cleaner for over 75 years. It's not clean until it's Stanley Steamer.